How can you make $5,000 fast as a beginner dropshipper, and what is the fastest way to do it? Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. My name is Chris Wayne, and in this one I'm going to be talking to you about the quickest way you can earn $5,000 dropshipping. I hope you like the new setup that I've got going on here. I'm not really much of an interior designer myself. I put some plants in for you, and for those of you who have a keen eye, there's actually a product in this shot that generated over $100,000, so let's see if you can see it. So I want to talk to you about how you can earn $5,000 by dropshipping, whether that be revenue, whether that's profit. It doesn't really matter. You know, whether you do it over a week, 2 weeks, a month, it's completely irrelevant how long it takes you to do it. But in this video, I want to talk to you about the principles behind it and what you need to do to achieve those types of numbers. I don't really think people understand how easy it is to actually earn $5,000 in a month. You know, some people, especially people who are getting started in this, will see 5,000 as a big number and actually think that's really difficult to achieve, and that's kind of out of their reach, but it's really not. You know, $5,000 is relatively simple to hit. You know, it's completely achievable to hit, say, $40,000 a month by selling something like that, you know, like those sunglasses, selling something like an iPhone case, a Samsung case. You can hit those numbers by selling those types of products. You know, I think people try and make dropshipping overcomplicated, and it really, really doesn't need to be. But before we get into the content, can I just ask a massive favor? Just drop me a quick like on this video, because it really, really does help with the YouTube algorithm. Because I'm trying to grow this channel, I'm trying to give you as much content as I can. And those likes, you know, those comments, those subscribes really do help me out, and I really appreciate it. So if you can just take 1 second to hit that like button, it really does help me out. So the first point I want to cover off is mindset. Now, before you all click off this video and hate me for it, I get it, you know, mindset, yeah, right, mindset. But mindset is massive when it comes to this. You need to be positive. You need to be passionate about making this work. If you're just jumping into dropshipping, hoping to, you know, earn $100,000 off spending $25, you know, it's not going to happen. You need to be positive. You need to be passionate about making this work. You need to be driven. If you're just lazy and you're just thinking, oh, this is going to be a get rich quick kind of scheme, it doesn't work like that. You know, you have to be driven. This is a business at the end of the day, and you have to be driven to making it work, and you have to be passionate about it. If you're the type of person that gives up at that first challenge, that first hurdle, then I'm sorry, but this just isn't going to work for you. You need to push past those challenges, because dropshipping isn't easy. It might be simple, but it's not easy. And you just need to keep driving and pushing forwards to be able to break that boundary and keep breaking through those challenges. When I first started with this, you know, I was 100% passionate about making it work, and I had failure after failure after failure, and it kept coming and coming and coming. And my friends were calling me Del Boy because, you know, of all the get rich quick schemes, and now I was talking about being a millionaire. So now that mindset's out of the way, you know, you've got your head sorted, you know you want it, you want to know the steps. So the steps, the quickest way to do this without having to put too much effort into getting it all set up, is to start advertising your product on a fan page using carousel ads. So let's say I'm trying to sell this pen. What I would do is I'd create a page on Facebook, and I could call it something like, I don't know, stationery lovers or something like that. The entire page is built around stationery. The fan page is around stationery, like things like this pen. And I would advertise that pen on the carousel ad. And for each of those photos, I'd have like the black pen, red pen, blue pen, green pen. That would be the carousel ad. And the reason that I suggest a carousel ad over a video ad is that it's super quick to put together. You could have a carousel ad for this pen up within 5 minutes. You know, instead of you sitting there for hours trying to design this video, you know, getting all your footage from everywhere, you know, chopping and changing it, creating your 3-second, you know, scroll stopper at the beginning, you get rid of all that, and you can just target with this pen. Just take the product photos. You could make the product photos a little fancy, you know, to add a bit of diversity and stand out a little bit more. You could, you know, promote this pen doing that. But as a side note, you know, carousel ads are great for products that don't need a lot of explaining. So like pens, sunglasses, you know, I used a carousel ad for that those sunglasses up there, and they generated over $100,000. So as long as you have the right product that people don't actually need to understand how it works, everyone knows what a pen does. Everyone knows what sunglasses do. You know, you don't need anything fancy, any fancy ad for that. Keep it simple. And then in the ad copy section, what you need to do is you need to keep it simple, keep it native. And what I mean by native is make it seem like you're not selling that product. Remember, you're a fan page, you're a community that likes products like this pen. You know, you're into stationery, so you're not trying to sell people stationery. You're not trying to sell them this pen. You could promote this ad and say something like, "How much do you need this?" or "How cool is this pen?" For example, you know, make it as if it's the community that is telling its audience that this product is great. And if they like stationery, then they should be buying this pen. You want to make it less salesy as you can, as little as a sales pitch as you can, and try and make it as you've found this product and they need it. They need it in their life. The trick with it is to make it as if you're not trying to sell it, because nobody likes being sold to. If you can promote that ad, that product, this pen, for example, if you can promote that coming from a fan page rather than from your own business page, that really stands out, because that's social proof. If you've got a fan page that's specifically targeted around certain products and they're telling your potential customers that this is a good product, then that is the type of ad you want. If you go in this going, 50% off, free worldwide shipping, get yours now, limited stock, it's not going to work. People just skim past that. They're not interested in it. But if you say to someone, this pen does this or this or this, and it's really cool, if you like pens, you should buy this and things, that's coming from a more native angle, and that's going to get more clicks, more engagement, and more conversions. If you want to learn more about carousel ads, then I do have another video on the channel, so I highly recommend you go and check that out. There's a lot more information. It goes into a lot more detail about carousel ads in that video. The final point I want to make is that $5,000 isn't a lot of money each month. It's really not. At the end of the day, $5,000 a month is about $160 per day. It's entirely possible if you have that right product in front of that right audience. If you're looking at $5,000 profit, if the profit is what you want, which I highly recommend, you focus on profit and not on revenue. Profit is ultimately what we're all after. But if you can hit, say, $20 profit on that product, that's only 8 orders a day. And you're still hitting $5,000 profit a month. And once you're hitting those numbers, once you're hitting 8 orders a day, now 8 orders a day is small. 8 orders a day isn't a lot. You can scale up to hundreds of orders a day. So 8 orders is just the starting point. And if you're hitting $5,000 a month with 8 orders, think of the possibilities that you could actually do with this. This is going back to the mindset thing, but $5,000 in the grand scheme of things isn't that much money. If you look at, say, Jeff Bezos, CEO of Amazon, he earns $2,489 per second. So in 2 seconds, he's already earned pretty much as we're talking about right now. So the amount of money that is out there is ridiculous. The point I'm trying to make is there is a lot of money out there. I mean, a lot of money. So you getting $5,000 a month is nothing. No one's going to be looking at you. No one cares. That's nothing in the grand scheme of what's actually out there. So, get in your head, let yourself know that 5,000 isn't a lot of money. 5,000 is completely achievable. You could go on and do 10,000, 15,000, 40,000, 100,000. It doesn't really matter. It's still nothing in the grand scheme of what's out there. The amount of money that is available, $5,000 is nothing. And it can be that simple, Get yourself a Shopify store set up, found yourself a product that you can run a carousel ad for. Remember, something that doesn't have to be explained to the customer, something that people just know what it is. Get that set up, get that advertised to the right people. Even if you pick a product that is available to everybody, has a completely mass market appeal, like a phone case, for example, that's pretty much going to be available for everybody who shops online. Everybody these days pretty much has a mobile phone. So if you target those people with a carousel ad, you probably don't even need to do any interest. Just literally leave your Facebook ads targeting completely open and broad. Let Facebook figure it out for you. Is that sort of a product that works really well with carousel ads. Hopefully you found that useful. If you did, then please remember to drop me that like, because it does honestly help with the YouTube algorithm, and it really does support this channel and keeps me wanting to do more for you guys. So if you have any questions about dropshipping, then make sure you drop them in the comments box below, because I am still answering everything. So if there's anything you're unsure about, anything you want to know more about on this video, then just drop that question down below, and I can get back to you on that. If you want to learn more about dropshipping, then make sure you check out the links in the description down below, because there's a bunch of useful stuff down there that'll really help you take your store to the next level and teach you the steps you need to know. And finally, if you're new, make sure you hit that massive subscribe button, because the more subscribers I get, the bigger this channel is going to grow, and the better quality content that can come out. We've just reached over 7,000 subscribers, and I know that's quite small in the grand scheme of YouTube, but for me personally, that's pretty big. Just, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, help me out, help the channel out. But yeah, that's the end of this one. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one.